I don't even want to hear it.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Esports Money, ZSM, Mac10, whatever you want to call me, and welcome to my guide to jungling Silencer in patch 7.06c. Today's June 10th of 2017. I know some of y'all were expecting a updated Wraith King guide out of me today. Maybe coming soon, but you guys know I like to make guides for heroes that I haven't made one before whenever possible, because I feel like that's just generally better content. The other thing is, you look onto the screen, you can probably tell I'm jungling on the dire side because I've gotten a lot of requests to jungle on the dire side. It is a little bit slower, it is a little more dangerous. It's not that much slower, but it is a bit more dangerous because I will be taking some hits. This is going to put me at a Midas a little bit before 9 minutes. My best time with a Midas on this hero was probably 8:10 on the Radiant. So if you hit all of your stacks, you can get it. You can cut down another 20-30 seconds on this side, but again, it is a bit harder on the dire side. So first thing that's a little bit different on the dire side is, yes, you're going to be doing a lot of cliff jungling, but you're going to have to clear way more trees. If you paid attention earlier in the guide, or earlier in the video, I cut down a huge number of trees below that hard camp, and I also have to cut about 3 trees over on the medium camp. Now, this hard camp is still pretty dangerous, and I get into kind of a precarious position later, which you're always going to get into, where you need to keep attacking creeps, but you also have to cut trees. So on the medium camp, it's a little bit easier because I think that medium camp is actually the easiest cliff jungling camp in all of Dota. The medium camp to the upper left of the camp that I'm going to right now, that Centaur camp, I think that's the easiest cliff jungling camp in all of Dota at the moment. Because things just can't hit you, and because of the wraparound, you just always have range to attack enemy units, pretty much regardless of whatever hero you're playing. And if you kill creeps relatively slowly, you can actually just hit your stacks and only kill that camp. And so it's pretty good for a lot of heroes. As far as Silencer specific stuff, so your Q, that damage over time ability, until someone casts a spell or whatnot, that is, it says in the description that it only works on enemy heroes. But I noticed the other day when I was, because I've never actually tested it, but I noticed it was applied to creeps when I was playing a pub the other day. So I thought that's actually really, really smart. I kind of wrote off Silencer as a jungler, mostly for that reason, because he has no discernible abilities to help him in the jungle. So it's not great, but I do choose to max that first to get a little bit of extra damage. You're going to want to cast that spell 3 or 4 times, probably 3 times before you use a Clarity. The first time I attempted jungling this hero, I used a Clarity after casting the spell once, and I was always at capped mana. The cooldown is too long for me to actually be able to use the regen from a Clarity efficiently. So you do want to use it a couple of times. I do eventually run out of mana, but I'm pretty darn close to my Midas by this point. Also, I get my Gloves of Haste first, so my right click is a little bit better. Aside from that, it's pretty straightforward. I choose to get Glaives of Wisdom as my next ability, mostly because I'm jungling a Silencer. I'm probably going to want to be a pretty farm-dependent core hero. And Slasher had this awesome build way back when where you rush a Shadow Blade on Silencer, and then you combine that with your Glaives of Wisdom, and that opening hit just does so much damage. But really, that's up to you. If you, I think really like 2 is sort of like the minimum number of points you need in this ability if you're going to try to use it to enhance your jungling. 3 points. 3 points is fine. That's what I would do in an actual game. And then really it's up to you if you want to put points in your E or your W. I personally prefer the W, but if you want to be more of a mid-game fighting hero, then there's nothing wrong with putting points into your E because your W scales. So like the way Silencer used to work is you got int every time you killed a hero, which you currently do, but you had to have at least 1 point in Glaives of Wisdom to be able to collect that int from heroes that you were killing. Now Silencer gets a passive from level 1. He has this buff on him. You can see I currently have the buff active on me. It's the little icon above my E. That actually shows that I am collecting int from nearby, from when enemy heroes die near me throughout the entire game. and so I don't have to put the point in Glaives of Wisdom because I don't want to, which means that Glaives of Wisdom is an incredibly good scaling spell, and because of the high cost of mana and the relatively low damage it does in the early game, it's not particularly good in the early game. So if you want, it's totally acceptable to put that on the back burner and get points in your E, because your E is not a very good scaling spell. From here, I will usually get Treads, and then probably Shadowblade if I'm going for that mid-game fighting build, maybe a Veil if I'm not, and then Aghanim Scepter. Always get your ult whenever you possibly can, because this hero's ult is incredible. This is a game-breaking ult. This is arguably the most powerful ult in all of Dota. It's a terrible thing to be playing against. I've lost many games simply because of well-placed silencer ults at all points in the game. It makes engaging very difficult. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy jungling Silencer. I think I got out everything I needed to say. Stay tuned, that Wraith King guide will be coming out soon, and check out my stream if you so desire. So yeah, have fun jungling Silencer, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Esports Money's ESM Mac10, whatever you want to call me, and thank you for watching that video. If you liked that content, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to see more content from me, hit the subscribe button. There's actually a little bell icon next to the subscribe button, and if you hit that button, then whenever you have YouTube open and I go online or post a video or really do anything, you'll get a little update from me. If you want to support the channel further, there are Amazon affiliate links in the video description below for pretty much every single piece of hardware in my computer. Additionally, there's also an Amazon referral link for Amazon Prime, so whenever you use that to get an Amazon Prime membership, you support the channel at no additional cost to you. So thank you very much, guys, and have a wonderful day.